Minecraft just uploaded a new video showcasing, or well, actually not showcasing, but kind of teasing the next mobs for the Minecraft Live 2022 mob vote. So it's not really anything substantially, but we do have some clues on what the next 3 mobs for the mob vote could be. Now, so just as I was recording and editing this video, they of course told us what the first mob was, and this is the sniffer, which is totally off from what I was guessing, but hey, that's how it goes when you're trying to cover the news and the news goes too fast for yourself. But I'm still gonna upload this video and tell you about my predictions, even though this one was totally off. Oh well, I will bring you the news about the new mobs as soon as we know all 3 of them, and then I'll of course try and make the video quick enough for it to not be outdated after one day. Hello, my name is MagentaLewi and welcome to this video where I will try and watch through this 1-minute video that Minecraft just uploaded and try and suss out what the new mobs might be. If you end up enjoying this video, then please do consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing if you haven't done that already, as it would really help out a small YouTuber like me to grow here on YouTube. So first up, the first clues to these 3 mobs are quite obvious. They have each of their own little story about these mobs. Tiny Jens talks about how all the chests in the underwater ruins are filled with eggs. Tiny Agnes talks about how she was spied on down in the caves. And Tiny Woo talks about how all of his hats keeps moving around. Now this is the 3 obvious clues that we get, and I actually have some ideas just based off of that. So the first mob is the one that Jens is talking about, and I am thinking that this will obviously be some kind of underwater mob. Maybe, as you can see in this frame here, that we got a nautilus shell here up on the fireplace. So maybe this is actually a nautilus kind of mob, underwater mob that will maybe swim around these underwater ruins and put its eggs everywhere. So I'm thinking this will probably be a very rare mob that will only be found near these ruins and only very rarely. So this could be a secondary way of getting the nautilus shell. Now that is the only obvious one. So Agnes is talking about she is being spied on in the caves. And this sounds to me very dangerous, or at least kind of creepy. So this is also going to be a bad mob. So maybe it's kind of like the warden. Maybe it could be something that helps the warden catch the player, which would make it even harder to go through the caves now with the deep dark. So this has me concerned a little bit because of the warden being this big bad that you can luckily just keep away from. So he's very scary and it's super tense to go through these areas of the deep dark where the warden is. But if you can just get spied on by creepy mobs whilst in the normal caves, that to me sounds very not nice. And you could potentially not just choose not to go there, because you do have to get it down into the caves at some point, even when trying to avoid the deep dark. So I don't know about this one, but it sounds kind of dangerous. Now that could be, if you take a look here on this room, once again, you can see there's tiny golems here on each side, and they don't exactly look like the copper golem, but I do know that Minecraft loves their golems. They also have in the new Minecraft Legends, they are using, I don't know, 5 different new kinds of mobs, which are all golems. So they do love these golems, and also a huge part of the fan base loved the copper golems, so that could potentially be a golem that they are bringing back. So maybe it's not that evil, but it just kind of sounds creepy to me. So, but it could just be a cute little golem running around down in the caves in the darkness, kind of looking like these, being little golems made of stone that just live down there. And they could potentially be really cute and helpful, so we'll see about that, but I think that's my guess for that one. Now the final one is the one Woo is talking about, and I really have no clue what this could be, to be honest, but seeing as both of the others are either creepy or messing around with the player, just as this one is also messing with Woo and moving his hat, which is by the way, a weird thing to say because there are no hats in Minecraft, so what this mob will actually do in the game, I have no clue, but it could of course be moving around armor and such. So I have no clue on this one. There's like a box here, which could maybe be a clue, but I don't know. But then at the same time, there's like a villager over here, and there's also a big photo of a villager right here, and seeing like how this is all dark and it's like there's thunder and outside and all that, it's definitely gonna be something evil or mischievous, I think. And maybe it could be something in the villages. So maybe it's like a little rascal running around doing tricks on the villagers or something like that. That is like the only clue I really can pick up here, but it's definitely gonna be something sort of evil or mischievous like the other ones. So I think that's the kind of feeling they are going for with this video. So the last time it was all 3 helpful mobs that we could choose between, and this time I kind of have a feeling that they are all gonna be evil or just a nuisance to the player at least, which is kind of concerning for me. I do like the idea of making Minecraft a bit harder to play, but you have to choose to make it harder, just like with the Warden as I talked about. So doing this where we get another one that will essentially just annoy you in the end, I think, just like the Phantoms, which was a cool idea in my opinion to begin with, but now they're just annoying when you got used to them, so there's nothing special about them, they just come in every 3rd night or something and annoy you. And I think that would be the same with mobs that move things from chest to chest and creep on you down in the caves and such. It's gonna be scary and maybe a little funny in the beginning, but it could be really annoying in the long run, especially when you try to keep your stuff in specific chests and such. Think about how a chest mob that moves things from chest to chest could really F up a sorting system. Kind of like how the Endermen moving blocks around can really ruin some cool farms and just ruin some really cool builds as well. So I really don't like that kind of mobs that interfere with the player in that sort of way. So I'm kind of worried about this, but at the same time, it sounds pretty cool, and I'm really excited to see what these mobs could actually be. So that is all my thoughts about that. And please do tell me down in the comments below if you have any other thoughts, or you might have some other ideas that you can add to my ideas here that I shared with you now. And with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little idea video here. Check out all the links down in the description. Leave a like, remember to subscribe, and with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.